is, of course, to do everything we can to beat this disease, muscular dystrophy. 50% of our proceeds go to research, and I'd like to thank the Brain Foundation who partners with us to manage the grants that happen through federal funding as well. So thank the Brain Foundation for their support. I was briefed this week by Griffith University about some of the developments in relation to a number of diseases, including muscular dystrophy, and it's really pleasing to see leaps and bounds that have occurred over the last 5 years. Still some headway to go, but we are really making some progress. Now, the other 50% of the funds raised go to help those young children and families affected by muscular dystrophy. And over the years, the nearest and dearest to us has been one particular young boy named Bailey Heddes. And Bailey's just turning 13 this year, so he's almost a teenager. He turns 13 in December, and I thought, in November I should say, and I thought tonight might be the night that we'd invite Bailey's along. So I'd ask you guys to join with me in welcoming Bailey's here to our room tonight. Is this now good? Any way you like, Bailey's. Now, Bailey is quite an amazing guy. He has a memory like no one I know on this planet. I've been to visit Bailey on many occasions. He can just about quote any sporting event that's happened in Australia over the last 20 years, would that be fair? 10 at least, 20 years. He'll tell you the score, he'll tell you who played. He knows absolutely every aspect of sport in Australia. And he's particularly a really strong supporter of the Titans. Now I'm going to throw a couple of questions at you if you're okay with that. So the first question I got a hat for you, just to give you an idea, because none of you I'm sure would remember, who did the Titans first play in their very first game?
St George Illawarra Dragons.
There you go. Now, I'll go a little deeper on that. Do you remember who scored first for the Titans?
Chris Walker.
Do you remember the score?
2018 to the Dragons.
Now, I know you've been disappointed. Well, I think we've all been a little bit disappointed with the Titans this year. Who do you think you'll tip for this year for the NRL Grand Final? By the way, I think the last I saw was Melbourne. It scored about, I think they're about 15 or so ahead of South Sydney's, just in case you didn't know in the finals. But who are you tipping for the Grand Final?
I think the Bulldogs will be hard to beat, but maybe Manly. I think the Bulldogs will win, but you never know. It's a really tight race this year.
There you go. And one more question for you. You've known about this event for a long time. You know you've been very part of this. You know how many times we've been to see you and how much this night is important to us for people such as yourself and some of the challenges that you face on a daily basis. What does the night mean to you?
It means very much for me and my family and other kids like me, for raising money for funds like wheelchairs and equipment and everything pretty much that the government doesn't fund. And I'd like to thank everybody here for coming tonight. It's a great turnout, I suppose you call it. Great turnout. And please dig deep in your pockets. I know it's a pretty hard time, but we've got to get some money out there.
You can see he's going to be one of our future sales guys. So Bailey, I'm going to ask you to stay just here with us because we've got something special up in just a moment. So just bear with us for a couple of moments. I'll just finish up what I was going to say. Ladies and gentlemen, this inspiring young man had to deal with so much in life at such a young age. And that does exemplify what we're about here tonight. The night is designed to bring us all together, enjoy the best that life has to offer, but with a generous heart, remembering that there are those amongst us who do really need help and assistance. Surely we could not say no.